Okay. Hello, everyone. This is my first YouTube video. So, if you leave a message for me, be nice. And be especially nice because today is my birthday. I am 4 years old and feeling every minute of that. Anyway, I have special power. Do you want to know what it is? I can take animals that are given to me and make them big, like bigger than normal big. Well, you know how like you go through like the drive-thru at McDonald's and like you know, there's the combo meals or whatever, and they come with like a small fry, a small drink or whatever, but you want like the big one. You're hungry, you're thirsty, so you say supersize it, you know, supersize my combo meal. Well, I can supersize animals. True story. And I'm going to give you 2 examples of how I have that power. First one has to do with tropical fish. And they were barbs, not like Barbie doll, like barb fish, tropical fish. And when I was younger, I had in my room like 15, yes, 15 fish tanks. I really liked fish. And so I had cords going every which way in my room. And had lots of different fish in different tanks and whatnot. And so one day when I was cleaning out the fish tanks and I was carrying water and doing all this, and I tripped over one of the cords. And when I did that, I heard this tink, tink. And I thought, well, that's kind of odd, but I didn't think anything about it. And so I kept cleaning out the fish tank. And pretty soon I looked over, and one of the tanks of fish, they were all swimming upside down. And I thought, well, that's really odd. I'm just going to stick my hand in there and see what's the matter. Well, luckily someone stopped me, so I didn't do it. Turns out, you remember that tink, tink noise when I tripped over the cord? Well, the heater clicked up against the side of the tank, and the electric coil was bare in the water. So I was like electrocuting my fish, not on purpose. Okay, it was an accident. So anyway, I quick unplugged it, and someone told me to take the fish and grab them and make them swim upright. And I know that sounds really weird, but I did it. And the 2 barb fish that were in there, ever since that time of electrocution, they grew so big. Okay, like phenomenally big. And they got like bigger and bigger and bigger. And they were like probably between 4 and 6 inches. Now understand, when I got them, they were just like this big. Like little tiny baby barbs. And then they turn into monster barbs. And they got obnoxious. They would swim around the tank. There was 2 of them. They'd follow each other, and they'd swim really fast and almost create like this whirlpool thing and swim really, 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 really fast. And then they would jump up and hit the lid of the aquarium. There was like this hood thing, and it had this little door. And they'd hit it, and that was when they wanted to be fed. So pretty soon you'd hear this, bam, bam. And that was when you knew that you had to feed the monster fish. And in fact, one day I wasn't quick enough, and one of the fish got his head caught in that little hood thing, and it like messed up his eye, and he went blind. So then he couldn't swim both ways around the tank. He could only swim one way around the tank. But they lived a really long time, and they got bigger than like normal. So that is one story. And then the other story is about a monster snail. Now, remember I told you I liked fish. So I had a small tank with angelfish in it, and I decided that I wanted something else in there. So I put in a snail, one of those really tiny little snails that you get at the, pet store. And I put it in there, and he got bigger and bigger and bigger. And he got so big, I was just like, I didn't know what I was doing, like, to make him so big. I didn't electrocute him. I didn't, like, put, things in there to make him, I didn't do anything, really. But at night, I didn't have a hood on that one, and he would climb up the side of the fish tank, climb down the side of the fish tank, and it was on top of my dresser, climb down the dresser, and he would be halfway across my floor. Freaked me out, because I had, like, this nightmare about him, like, climbing up and, like, sucking on my face, I mean, ooh, that's just gross. Well, then, suddenly, my fish started to disappear. The angelfish. Now, some people said that's not possible, but I looked everywhere for those angelfish, and I could not find them anywhere. And he was the only other thing in there. And I don't think angelfish eat other angelfish, so draw your own conclusions. And he just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, one night, I woke up screaming, because I was sleeping, and pretty soon I was like part way awake, and I felt on the side of my face something wet and kind of, I don't know, like slimy. And immediately I thought, this is it. The giant snail is coming to kill me. This is it. And like I woke up screaming. Well, it really wasn't the snail. It was my cat that I taught to climb up the tree and come in my room, because he wasn't supposed to be in there. And but so after that night, I thought, that's it. The snail is out of here. I don't care. So I took him and I put him in the horse tank outside, because we lived on a farm. And I put him in there, and of course, if you know anything about farms and horse tanks, like there's algae city in a horse tank. So he got so huge that one time, and everybody kept saying, oh, look in there and stick your hand in there. Well, there's no way I'm sticking my hand in there with some giant snail in there. I mean, who knows, suck out your brain or something. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. But one day that snail got it, man, because he climbed out of the horse tank, thought he was going to do this whole traveling thing, grass was greener on the other side of the horse tank. Who knows? I don't know what he's thinking. Climbed out of there, and guess what? The horse, my big Arabian, had enough of that, and he stomped him and squished him. Now, it was pretty awful. It was pretty ugly. But that was that. And it was a big splat. So, there you have it. End of story. Okay! That's my secret power! Supersizing animals. Okay, bye-bye!